you are getting out of the Army in 3 months, 4 months. You're going to be moving in January, I think. And you decided to pursue a creative financing strategy to acquire your primary residence. So take us through your thought process, why you decided to do that, and where you're at now.
Yeah, so I'm about to lose my W-2, right? In our mortgage industry, how they underwrite residential mortgages is through your W-2. If you don't have a W-2, most loan officers are like, I don't know what to do now. You know, it's like, dude, do you see how much of a down payment I can put down? Do you see my other assets? Are like, so where's your W-2? You're like, all right, this isn't going to work, right?
Yeah.
So to buy a primary, I kind of have two options. Well, there's lots of options, right? But two primary options are buy it with a commercial loan, like as an investment property, right? Like have the company buy it and then I rent it from the company, right? Like that's an option. But an option I've been thinking about is this creative financing option. So what do I actually mean by that? I mean, if someone owns a house with no mortgage, right? So they own 100% of the house. Can I buy that house from them and have them carry the note, right? So there's no bank involved. The seller just carries the note and seller finances that house. So what that means is I will pay the owner every month, right? I will pay the owner every month. So it goes like this. I made my first offer, which was the 9, right? I don't know if this strategy is actually going to work, but I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. I made my first offer yesterday for an $800,000 house. And this is what the offer looked like. The people owned it outright. So they had no mortgage on the property. I learned this by looking on PropStream. Okay. So my offer it was listed on the MLS with an agent for $800,000. I called the agent. First thing I said is, hey, I'm not represented by an agent. Would you double represent? Right? Would you represent me and the seller? So the agent goes, would I be willing to take double commission? Yes. Right. So now they're on my side. Okay? And then I ask them about the house. I try to build rapport and I go, hey, I'm a transitioning Army officer, about to lose my W-2, but I'm also a real estate investor. I know how real estate works a lot. I'd like to offer a creative solution, a creative offer with some seller financing. Do you know if the sellers would be open to that? And the agent's almost for sure going to be like, I don't know. I can ask them, right? Most of them are going to be open to it, especially if this house has been on the market for, a couple of weeks. The market's so hot that if a house has been on for a week and hasn't gotten multiple offers, it's overpriced, right? So then for this $800,000 house, this is what I offered: 10% down. So an $80K down payment, right? So I would then owe $720,000 to the sellers. So my offer was a $2,000 a month payment to them. So that was, $720,000 divided by 30 years, principal only, no interest at all. So a $2,000 a month payment and a 5-year balloon, right? So I would pay that $2,000 a month to them. I would also have to pay taxes and insurance, but I wouldn't be paying it to them. Right. But for 5 years, and I would have to refinance and pay them completely off within the 5 years. Right. But then this is the part I would add that I think people are like, why would anyone do this? This is the part that I add is I also said I do it with no contingencies. Right. So what does that mean? That means if it needs a new roof, I'm buying it anyways. If the pool liner doesn't work, I'm buying it anyways. If it's priced too high and it wouldn't actually appraise the house, the $800,000 house, I think it was worth $720, right? That's what I comped it at. It was $720. So I was offering $80K over, right? So it probably wouldn't appraise for that, but I felt confident, right? But that is why I think I can get a seller to sell at that price.
Thanks for listening to the Virtual Real Estate Investing Podcast, presented by Greyline Investments, where we talk about how to find, fund, and finish deals from anywhere in the world.